against Arsenal. What were your thoughts on it?
I really enjoyed it.
You did.
I really enjoyed it. I thought that I thought Villa played pretty well for most of the game, considering considering we were playing a title contender, and Unai Emery doesn't think we're contenders at all. I thought we edged it for the first hour. We'll come on to the misses a bit later, but there were some really good performances and some really good signs against a club that will push Man City really hard this year, I expect. So I thought it was pretty good. It was great to be back at Villa Park, although the car parking has nearly doubled in price over the last 2 years. But it was, decent. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was encouraging, the performance from Rodgers. Those runs through the middle and just the layoffs. Good on the ball and off the ball, just setting up Watkins. But
you're going straight to Rodgers, are you?
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. When we went to Middlesbrough last season, he played against us in the FA Cup. Do you remember when we met Dion Dublin? Along with about 2,000 other people. And he looked okay, but I was surprised to see we were buying him. But
yeah, he did.
Transformation over the last 8 months, he's becoming undroppable. I think he's a good shout for England. I can imagine getting in the England squad in the next couple of months.
Yeah, when he played against us, he didn't. He wasn't. He's not like he was now, because he's a bit man of star of the show really last night, and he wasn't that at all a couple of months ago, and he's brought him on massively.
I think he's been good since he came in. I think he's surprised everybody, and I didn't realise quite how big he was either. So yeah, he was excellent. I thought Onana was good. I think Onana had to be taken off because of the yellow card he was on, because he had to give away the yellow card, but you couldn't have afforded him to have been sent off. Not with the winnable games we've got coming up over the next month or so. We could do with him there.
What did you think of that? McGinn sort of, we kicked the ball at White. No, not White. One of the players anyway.
He kicked it at one of their players, didn't he? And then Ben White smacked it at him.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was just right in front of us. It was just like really fun to watch.
To be fair to McGinn, I don't think that the ref was blowing the whistle as John McGinn was hitting it.
Yeah.
But Ben White is probably the more guilty party, because he really smacked it at him after the whistle had gone. But it was much to do about nothing. The referee handled it pretty well, I thought.
Yeah.
Disappointed to see Cash going off injured, but I think that'll strengthen Unai's cause for getting a right-sided defender, because I think that lad, the 20-year-old, how do you say his name? Costa.
Let's just call him Costa.
Costa Coffee.
Costa Coffee.
I don't think he's quite ready to be.
I've got it.
The first. You've got the name.
Yeah.
Go on.
Costa Nedeljkovic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even going to attempt that. I don't think he's the one that we can be relying on to play right back in the Premier League and the Champions League for the next couple of months. So let's hope we get that Feyenoord guy in, because he sounds like
Geertruida, that lad.
Geertruida, is that his name?
I think so.
Because somebody like that would be ideal. I thought he looked a little bit vulnerable. He was okay, but he looked a little bit vulnerable. And if Cash is going to be missing with a hamstring injury for a couple of weeks, I'd prefer to get another right-sided defender in.
Yeah, like I said, we can't always rely on that 22-year-old playing the Champions League, Premier League. So, yeah, let's go on to attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, the presses. I noticed as soon as one goes, all go, and then one comes back, we all come back, and then that for the first 65 minutes they just kept Arsenal in their own half, and we dominated that. But as soon as one pass went through, one pass went through to Partey, I think it was, and they just passed it around us an hour and a half, which sort of led to the goals. in the end of the game.
I don't think there was much that Martinez could do about the first goal, but the second goal looked like to me he got a hand and a half on that.
Yeah.
And I thought he probably ought to save that.
Yeah.
But to be fair, in the first half against Saka, it was an excellent save. So it doesn't let us down too often. What do you think of the atmosphere?
Good.
Did you?
Yeah. There's this one annoying lady behind us.
Oh, we've got a bit of a screamer, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a screamer.
I thought it was okay.
Could have been better.
Credit to the Arsenal fans. I thought they were pretty good. But yeah, I thought maybe it was a bit subdued. There was a lot of people waiting outside to get into the ground.
Yeah.
Whilst kickoff was going on, especially at the upper dug. The upper dug Ellis was, I wouldn't say half empty, but there were a lot of empty seats up there. So they really need to sort that out. A lot of queues outside the ground. We did send a tweet out about that. Hopefully they'll get that sorted out for the next game. We
were looking at how packed full the shop was on the opening game.
The shop was full. Yeah.
The queue was going out past the chippies and out of the stadium. So what?
Well, I've not said anything. Okay. Any thoughts on the substitutions he made?
Yeah, good one for Onana, like you said. Good to see Ross Barkley having his first game.
Yeah, it was quite comforting to have Ross Barkley back in there, wasn't he? But it was quietly effective, I suppose. But by that point, the goals went in. He didn't have much chance to impact the game, really.
There was one chance created by both substitutes. Duran laying off to Ramsey, but dribbling all the way, but couldn't square it back.
No,
that
was fantastic.
Good
that was
defending.
fantastic from Saliba. That was, yeah, very good, very good. Anything else you want to go through?
Yes, Ollie Watkins.
Oh, poor Ollie.
First one sitter, should have buried. Second one, amazing save, amazing double reaction.
Well, the first one, he scuffed it, didn't he?
Had a little
I think he needed half a game against Dortmund, and I think we'll get this with a lot of the Euro players, although Saka looks fine. The fact is he's going through pre-season during the season, and he didn't hit that ball cleanly. If he'd have hit it cleanly, you've got to at least hit the target from there. It was wide open, about 12 yards out, maybe a bit further. Should have hit the target. No excuse.
I think he did stumble on the way. Couldn't sort his feet, but
well, that's what they said on Match of the Day. But even so, he should be hitting the target. And I think in a couple of months' time, he hits the target there. The second one, at the time, I clapped the replay. I thought that save was so good that I clapped the replay, but because it was a fantastic save.
We were half celebrating.
But Watkins should never have given him the opportunity to save it in the first place. He should have just put
3/4 of the goal to aim at.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I hadn't realised what was happening because I was celebrating.
Yeah, we were both celebrating.
Mind you, we were at the other end of the ground and there was a lot of people stood up in front of us at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we all expected 1-0 up.
He won't have slept. He won't have slept much, will he?
Thinking about that one.
Have you ever missed a goal like that?
Not at the moment because I'm not allowed to header.
No, that's a good point. I've missed loads.
Yeah, Mr. Sitter.
Okay, thanks, Harry. It'd be really helpful if you could like and subscribe to this. Follow us on Twitter if you can. What's the name of the podcast?
Villa Pride Podcast.
The Villa Pride Podcast. Thank you ever so much for watching. It's just a short one today because we've got a cricket match to attend, haven't we?
We do.
All right.
We do have a cricket match to attend.
Thanks ever so much.